Well, hello, a very good evening, everyone. Welcome along to the Stade de Moussoir here in Lorient. After a long winter with no international football, we're back and here in Brittany, northwestern France, for live coverage of this under-21 international friendly as France host England. It's the start of a big 2025 for the England under-21 side, which is stacked full of talent. Lee Carsley is sure to have a number of selection decisions to make ahead of the Euro in Slovakia later on in the summer. Having taken the reins back from interim Ben Butcher, it's two friendlies against top opposition in France and Portugal as they get ready to have another tilt at the most competitive competition the world has to offer for players in this age group. Tonight, a trip over the channel into France, a country that continues to produce so many talented players that are thriving right the way across the world. Here tonight at the Moussoir, a sellout crowd as France take on England. Both sides' first game of 2025. With the players out here on the playing surface. We'll pause ahead of kickoff for the national anthem, starting with England.
Merci de bien vouloir vous lever si vous le pouvez afin de respecter les hymnes nationaux des deux équipes. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand if you are able to respect the national anthem of both teams. Starting with the national anthem of England. Et tout d'abord, l'hymne national de l'Angleterre. And now, the national anthem of France. À présent, l'hymne national de la France, la Marseillaise.
Match night here in Lorient. It is France against England. All the action coming up for you in just a few minutes' time. Well, let's take you to the team news here at the Moussoir. Plenty of it to get through as well.
France-Angleterre avant d'aller jouer l'Euro UEFA 2025 des mois d'avril dans quelques semaines au mois de juin. Supporter de
Gérard Baticle is the France head coach. Still pretty early on in his reign, having taken over from Thierry Henry at the back end of the summer. England changing plenty of their side from the team that last took to the field against the Netherlands, at the end of 2024 in one of their two friendlies. Only James Beadle and James McAtee keep their places from that side. Dennis Shirkin, Jamie Gittins and Jay Stansfield were named in the initial squad but have returned to their clubs for treatment. There is a debut at the back for Burnley defender CJ Egan-Riley. On the day of his 18th birthday as well, Arsenal forward Ethan Nwaneri is on the bench for the first time and could make his debut later on. Joe Bellingham, one of the England substitutes tonight. Saw him pictured with brother Jude at St George's Park earlier this week. The officials for this one are from Belgium, headed up by match referee Lothar de Hond. France have decided to have kick-off. England decided to stay as they are. France boss Gerard Baticle labelled England as the best team in Europe in his press conference earlier this week. France themselves have a roster constantly littered full of some of the best young players football has to offer. Ryan Cherki, the France number 18, certainly one of those, ripping it up for Lyon this season. The biggest cheer of them all when the teams were read out a little earlier on. Here we go then. James McAtee, one of the two, flanking Liam Delap in attack for England tonight. He and Harvey Elliott either side of the Ipswich striker. Egan-Riley making his debut at the back alongside captain Harwood Bellis and Rico Lewis. England are going to play a bit of a different shape in this one, maybe a 3-4-3. England's first game of 2025 is a tricky assignment away to one of world football's great academies in France. It is a near sellout crowd here at the Moustoir in Lorient. The first of two games for the young Lions between now and Tuesday. And Lee Carsley is back in charge once again. Let's spend that ball out of play straight away. Well, Lee Carsley, the winner of the last Euro, now building up to another one. And 6 games in charge of the senior side in the end, at the end of 2024, winning 5 of them. That sole defeat to Greece, the only blemish on his record. I think from listening to everything that he said in the media, it always sounded like he wanted to come back to the under-21s. It's a lovely touch there and fading aside by Elliot Anderson. Delap. Alex Scott, early chance and nearly an early goal as well. A little over a minute gone. And the first save made by Obed Nkambadio. In just his second cap tonight, the Paris FC goalkeeper. It's a lovely pullback there. Arriving onto it was Harvey Elliott. He was England's top scorer in European Championship qualifying. First corner of the game is England's. A good corner it is as well. They surely got to turn it home, and they do. England lead with just 90 seconds gone, and it was thrashed in there by James McAtee. What a start for England. His 7th goal at this level. His 5th in his last 6 games. This man continues to thrive when given opportunities for club and country. And it just sat up for him perfectly there. All he had to do was get underneath it. And that net rippling very early indeed. McAtee on the mark. A very muted celebration from the Manchester City midfielder. It's France 0, England 1. Only a few England fans dotted around this stadium. We saw one Leyton Orient flag being hung from the terraces before the game. Barely even heard anything as that ball went over the line. And France have been stunned. They, like England, drew both of their friendlies at the end of 2024. They played Italy away and came back from 2-0 down. And then came from 2-0 down against Germany as well. And they, just like England, organising some big games for themselves to build up to the Euro. Here come France here with Odobert. And the Spurs wide man has won their first corner out of Egan Riley. Taken short and taken quickly. Cherki, nicely moved to Milo. Comes all the way through to Matsima. It's really good strength there from the defender who found himself out wide, but France happy to reset. Odobert. Akliouche. Precise passing. Merlin in behind is 1-1. 2 goals in the opening 4 minutes, and France have hit back already. Quentin Merlin's first goal for the under-21s, and the Marseille wide man has level matters, and it looks like we're in for an entertaining evening here in Lorient. Beautifully worked, you have to say, by France. They play nice 1 and 2 touch stuff around the edge of the England penalty area. And England just not tight enough throughout that move at all. And Merlin, despite being put slightly off balance there by Alex Scott, was able to hold his own in there and dispatch it past Beadle. France level things up. It's France 1, England 1. Hopefully, not the end of the scoring, certainly from England's point of view. McAtee. Tight enough on that ball for the run from Scott. It's been a long old winter since that last international window at the end of November. England also scored early in that game as they netted after just 5 minutes through Dane Scarlett before the Netherlands hit back 8 minutes from time, but clean sheet has gone pretty early here. Scott. Not a familiar position for him, but one he'll be looking to thrive in here. Bounces off to lap. What a bear. England have been beaten now in just one of their last 19 games in all competitions. The 3-2 loss at Ukraine in the qualifying. And they're behind here now. What a turnaround from France. They've scored again. And it's Ugo Ekitike. A man who's having a quite fantastic season with Frankfurt in the Bundesliga. England's lead has been wiped out and turned around already by France. Very shaky start from England defensively. Long ball over the head of Taylor Harwood-Bellis. Ekitike onto that in a flash. Beadle came and got nowhere near it. Ekitike lifting it over with the perfect weight to find the corner. Beadle did get a touch to it as it went over the top of the Sheffield Wednesday goalkeeper. Ekitike makes it 2-1. If this stadium was quiet 6 minutes ago, it's certainly not now. 2 goals in just about 2 minutes for France. Who lost their final home qualifier here against Austria, that having won 7 of their previous 8. Lewis. Putting it on here for Delap. He's shown his quality at the top level this season for Ipswich. Back it comes and over it goes from Harvey Elliott. It's been a tricky season for Elliott. That foot injury the first couple of months of the season, and then he's only been a substitute for Liverpool after that. So 3 goals here in the opening 7 minutes. England pushing up high here, trying to keep France in that corner. By Anderson. Arnold Bellis. Lewis. They haven't really had too many touches of the ball like this so far. It's been a fast and furious start at the Moustoir. Elliott looking deep here. Egan Riley trying to release McAtee. He and Harvey Elliott playing as narrow forwards either side of Delap. We do have plenty of natural wide men to turn to on the bench, the likes of Amari Hutchinson, Sam Inning Jr., as well as Ethan Wanyeri, who could well make his debut later on. And coming again here, and Delap firing it this time straight at Ncambadio. Delap's only scored twice in his 10 under-21 appearances so far. He'll be looking to improve that goal record. Let's have it with the goal scorer Muller. Again, it's that long ball that hasn't been dealt with by England. And it's flying forward in numbers here. Ekitike has scored once. And help it on to Akliouche, which he did. Throw in, says the referee. Little free kick. As Alex Scott went down. It's a fairly inexperienced side that Lee Carsley has picked in certain areas. Beadle only 4 caps, Lewis only 5. 7 for Philogene, 4 for Anderson. Only 4 for Alex Scott before tonight, and Adam Wharton winning his 2nd cap. Didn't make it into the senior squad, but was going to be guaranteed games at this level. So it seems to have been decided by the England's managers that it would be best served to have him here tonight. England do play against Portugal at West Bromwich Albion on Monday. Tickets still available for that game at the Hawthorn. Lovely touch there by Cherki, who's already turning on the style. And it's quite full here tonight. This stadium smack bang in the middle of the town. It is known as the City of 5 Ports. Only a 45-minute flight here from London. Not too far at all over the channel into Brittany. And of course have been in the East Midlands all this week at St George's Park. Howard Bellis, Wharton and Delap actually trained with the senior team and Thomas Tuchel earlier this week, which was a great opportunity for them. TK doing his bit in midfield. Cherki made his debut at the age of 15 in club football. He has played a lot of games already. And a genuine 2-footed player as well in this France side. Extremely unpredictable. That's why he continues to be mentioned alongside some of Europe's top clubs in terms of a potential move away from Lyon. Striding forward here with Merlin. The players lining up here at the moment. Cherki. He brings it out. Delap, always a willing runner. Not only after the ball, but he'll run at defenders as well. McAtee. Philogene, who's seldom been involved up until this point. He's lost it. England still have it. Elliott hooks it in towards Delap. Grabbed well by Owen and Cambario. Behind him, France have a man down here. Looks like it's Castello Luqueba. Just falling onto him there in the end as he rose for that header. You've been in a game when you come up against Liam Delap. He is a huge specimen. He's with absolutely no fear either. Matsima. To Luqueba, who's up and okay. He didn't have it back. Now incredibly looking for an equaliser. And Philogene stings the palms of Cambario. First chance he's really had to express himself in this game. The goalkeeper, having already picked the ball out to the back of the net, has had to make a couple of good saves as well. Philogene just drifting inside and trying to pick out that bottom corner. He's scored 3 times already for the under-21s, all in qualifying for the Euro. And bent in and easily headed away by Ekitike. Just about get away with that there. It wasn't the greatest of balls from Egan Riley. Now they emerge with it. It has been an extremely open game up until this point, really causing plenty of headaches for the two coaches. Philogene. Doucouré. Jaden Philogene a bit loose there as he tried to find Anderson. Wharton. Elliott, lovely cushion pass. Elliott again. He releases. Cambario makes the save. And luckily for him, no one in England white able to pounce upon the rebound. Game full of chances up until this point. Elliott, I'm sure, would have liked to have shot himself, but the effort came in from Anderson in the end. Looking to add to the goal he scored in the 7-0 hammering of Azerbaijan back in October. Wharton. Elliott. Philogene. He'd spell this for England, and Philogene hits the post. Goes back off the upright there. England so close to making it 2-2. Oh, that is a sensational touch there, you have to say. Once again, by Cherki, who is just out there doing his own thing tonight. A man playing playground football. On the turf. Diagonal this time, bringing in Odobert. Muller. Such an easy pass to play. And Cherki winning the corner. Well, he's the kind of player you play your money for, really. He's up to all sorts so far. This cross nodded down and brought away by Philogene. A run here from McAtee. it there. Is the corner being prevented? There's Enzo Milo on defensive duty. The referee, though, has pointed towards the corner flag. Don't have another chance from a set piece. That is quite brilliant. Done so nonchalantly as well. What a star this man's going to be if he can't be called that already. Elliot Anderson playing pretty deep here tonight. Well advanced here to take this corner. He's in there. Harwood Bellis was trying to get to it, but the goalkeeper did first. Lewis. Wharton feeds it back to Anderson. It's a good block by Matsima. Friendly this may be, but it's been played at a great tempo. It's been a thrilling watch so far. I'm hoping it doesn't get worse here. Cherki, not towards Ryan Cherki, but well cut out. Look at these gaps at both ends. And now here come England with Elliott. Delap peeling off. Here is Liam Delap. Checks. Behind Elliott. Away by the goalkeeper. A terrible kick it was. Here's McAtee. Scott. Keep the ball is the cry from the England bench. Just a recap if you are late joining us here. England were ahead through James McAtee after 95 seconds after they scored from their first corner. Quentin Merlin and Hugo Ekitike on 5 and 7 minutes respectively, flipping this one around for France. Philogene. Let's see for company. Philogene wants to beat his man. And shoot as well. Quite as good as his previous effort. There have been so many opportunities at both ends so far. This one hit the post from Philogene. Has grown into this game as the minutes have ticked by. Gerard Baticle is the assistant manager to Thierry Henry. The former French striker decided that the job wasn't for him anymore. So a fairly seamless step up for him. Let's give it away. Now on Harwood Bellis. The England subs, Bellingham and Ranieri going to get warm. About halfway through this first half. And well aware by now, of course, of their opposition at the Euro in the summer. Czechia first up on the 12th of June, 3 days later against Slovenia, and then Germany on match day 3 for them. Looks like their opposition is really going to get stronger as the competition goes on. Back in possession. Cherki again. Akliush on a bet. By Anderson. It's had a great year at Forest. And the quest goes on for Champions League football next season. There is VAR in operation for this game here tonight. The first time that has been the case since the European Championship final that England overcame Spain in. Just ball into Philogene. McAtee, Delap looking for that early ball in. Elliott was the only man in the middle, but he'd held his position. Cherki. Plenty of kids in the crowd here tonight, despite it being a 9 o'clock kickoff local time. Barrio back in possession. That's a little careless. Wharton. Overcooked that one a touch there, the Crystal Palace midfielder. He, like Elliott, who I mentioned earlier, has had a tricky season due to injuries, but Lee Carsley happy to have him available to him tonight. He's already played for the senior side as well, made his debut against Bosnia at St James's Park in June last year. Akliush. Merlin. The scoring has certainly stopped. It's a bit more control in the game from both sides now. Took away by Lewis. McAtee to Philogene. Scott. Egan Riley having the confidence to stride forward. Play a looping ball. Happily get after. Goal kick though. Out off the England number 9. It's been those kind of channel balls that he's really been chasing for Ipswich for much of the season so far. One of only a few players in the squad whose season might well end in disappointment at the moment. He and Philogene, both Ipswich players, fighting a relegation battle at the moment. It'll be a year of contrasting emotions for those two, should they get picked for the Euro finals. Audebert sprinting away. Merlin. Action takes it all the way through, and beyond Ekitike has retreated now. Looking for the give and go. What a play, it's a France corner. He's going to take this. Up away. Back through a crowd. Eagles should have it and does. Interesting to see what Lee Carsley does with substitutions in this game. Especially with it being a key point in the season for everyone involved here tonight. McAtee probably play more than most. Harvey Elliott letting that one slip away. Merlin. From sliding in. Minutes to go until half-time here at the Moustoir. Keba. From France. Odebert, who's caused problems down this side already, and nearly did again. Would have been a big deficit to come back from for England there had they conceded for a third time. Meanwhile, Philogene. Elliott, Talap in the middle, just behind him. Scott will take this on. With plenty of venom, but it was straight at the goalkeeper. And not really getting enough bodies in there to do damage. Scott had time to think about what he was going to do, but the goalkeeper knew which direction it was likely to be heading in, given the angle he was at. And this was the chance for Odebert. Whistling past the far post. Elliott's corner, free header. That's right on the line. Only just as well. The counter on here. Pour les Bleuets. Cherki. Going down, but the referee signaling that the advantage is being played here. Merlin. France have shown in this first half is that when they want to, they can really speed up their play. Go from walking pace like this to 100 miles an hour in the space of a couple of seconds. All it needs is that switch to be flicked. Ryan Cherki. Merlin. Cherki has already been through 2 qualifying campaigns for the under-21 Euro. No free kick there. I think it was Ekitike who thought he was being blocked. He's scored 3 goals in 4 appearances at this level. Not happy there with the lack of decision going in his favour. Rico Lewis really has played just about every position across defence and midfield in his career up until now. That's looking for a third. Lewis being turned this way and that, and it is in. It is 3-1. And Ekitike claiming another. A night that started so well for England is fast turning into a nightmare here in northwestern France. And Ekitike on the mark once again. There, part of the grand setup, trying to get someone's attention in the aftermath of this goal. They said they can speed it up when they want. They found that gap down the side. Lewis was undone, couldn't stop that ball in, and Ekitike, such a calm and cool finish in front of goal. Great work by Wilson Odobert, who found himself over on the right. Ekitike never far away from that 6-yard box. That's proved to be the case there. Happy return for Lee Carsley so far. TK now with as many goals and as many caps for the under-21s, 4 in 4. Egan Riley. Bellis into Lewis. Walton. Philogene. Just dipped out of the game again. Games firmly but fairly according to the referee. There's a clash off the ball as well between 2 players. Advantage played here. Cherki onto Ekitike. Chasing a hat-trick now but fired it straight at Beadle. Surely sealed the win there for France if that one got in. Look how many players they had going left and right. Great movement. Here's Philogene. Once by Matsima. Still a bad ball in. It's got to go in, and England have another. A remarkable game it is, and Harvey Elliott on the score sheet once again. Never far away from the goals for the England under-21s. That is 9th for them now. Top scorer in Euro qualifying. Nets here in this friendly to bring the deficit back to 1. No offside there as McAtee nodding the ball across. From one attacker to another. Credited the ball in from Anderson. Really came up with the pre-assist, as people call it. McAtee knew where he had to put that ball. Elliott just had to prod it home. It's 3-2. I think even if England are only a goal behind at half-time, there will be some pretty stern words from Lee Carsley. Won't be happy with the defensive work, even if they have looked good in attack at times. There was a slight pause following that goal for a VAR check, but that has come and thankfully gone. Who knows what score this is going to end up? It could be absolutely anything. One thing is for sure, though, is that if England do want to get a positive result out of this one, they are going to have to really tighten up at the back. Space behind the two wing-backs has been exposed so far. Egan Riley. He's had an action-packed evening on his debut. He actually played for the Republic of Ireland at under 16 level, but has switched allegiance over to England. Philogene leaving his man behind. And winning a free kick. Senior team playing simultaneously to us here in Lorient. In Thomas Tuchel's first game in charge is a goal for Miles Lewis Skelly. 18-year-old netting. A very proud night for him. He'll be playing Latvia in their next game on Monday. Time. This England crop will be playing Portugal at the Hawthorns. A Portugal squad that is full of plenty of players who have graced the Premier League and continue to do so. Plenty of recognisable faces on display there that night in the Black Country. 4.5 minutes left of the first half, which has not disappointed. Late challenge and a free kick. The referee reaching for his pocket as well. And a yellow card for Anderson. Once upon a time in these friendlies, the yellow card wouldn't really be reached for, but attitudes have changed among referees and the referee bodies these days. They seem to officiate them very similarly to the competitive matches, just to make things fair. Anderson can have no complaints with his booking for that challenge. And 83 days until the first game of the Euro for England. France is having their campaign underway a day previous against Portugal. They have only won the Euro once before, which is, certainly was for me, a little hard to believe when researching this game back in 1988 as they overcame Greece over two legs. With a quick ball up to Lap. Free kick England. Bit of play out to Philogene there from Elliott. Egan Riley. Bellis into Lewis. Sergin being forced back. Scoops up by Elliott. Philogene against Ismail Doucouré out there of Strasbourg. Currently being coached by Liam Rossignol. Wharton. Elliott. Haven't had as many piercing runs as France at the other end so far, but trying to play their way through. McAtee, rising header, just wide by Scott. England almost did have an equaliser before half-time. Barrio has been kept very busy indeed in this first half. Too many stoppages in the first period, so a nominal amount of added time at the end of this first half. 3 minutes then, all right. Wouldn't mind. Wharton penalised for handball. TK couldn't trap it. Wharton normally can. That's a nice layoff, and McAtee is away here for England. He's got Harvey Elliott up with him, and Harvey Elliott could make it 3-3. It's a good set. And not for the first time in this game. Great combination play there by England. At times have struggled to cope with France when they've been in their own defensive third, but when England have gone forward themselves, they have created chances at will. Finishing has been a little bit lacking though. Too many of them, just like that, have been straight at the goalkeeper. Halfway through added time. Time to dive into the Friday night snacks. A little bit loose then, nearly let McAtee in. Okay, but did well enough. Given away again. England have it. Oh, and it whistles just past the post. Would have been some end to this first half. Anderson it was. Trying to advance in midfield. He did have a bit more movement than that. Just about do us for the first period. Goumet's header. Lewis. To see whether Lee Carsey does make any alterations at the break or gives this team a good hour before switching things up a little bit. Or from Barrio. Anderson trying to get after it. No foul, says the referee. But that is half time. 5-goal thriller in this first half. It started brilliantly for England. Ahead after 95 seconds through James McAtee. Then things took a downward turn. Quentin Merlin on 5 minutes. Ekitike then on 7. England finding themselves behind by that point. Ekitike again striking 10 minutes before half-time. But Harvey Elliott, just a couple of minutes later, has reduced the arrears, which means that at half-time here in Lorient, there is only one goal in it. At the Moussoir, at the break, it is France 3, England 2. Just like the first, we'll wait and see. We ready? And off we go again. England, who started the first half so well, scoring after just 90 seconds, found themselves 3-1 behind here after a brace from Ekitike. And Harvey Elliott's goal, just 8 or so minutes before half-time, has given the young Lions hope that there might be something in this for them yet, but they are going to have to improve massively defensively because they were really pulled all over the place at times by France when they were coming forward. What will also be interesting is to see what happens with that game against Portugal at West Brom on Monday, as to whether Lee Carsley really does utilise the rest of the squad and really mix things up for that second game, or whether it's more of a mix and match, and whether he now sees this as the best team to go forward with. It's an interesting one at this stage after that's part of 4 months without football. Push through here to Beadle. Up here into Delap. He's got a runner forward in McAtee if he can find him, which he just about has. McAtee couldn't hold it. That's back on it again. Clip of Cherki's ludicrous piece of control in the first half, reaching far and wide at half-time. That has gone viral, unsurprisingly. The best of touch there from Matsima, but it didn't matter. He's playing for Augsburg this season on loan from Monaco. There are plenty of German-based players in this France squad. Would have had one themselves if Jamie Gitten's not gone back to his club for treatment. Ball is out of play here after a strong run from Odobert. Ryan Cherki is going to go and take this one. He's the man they all came to see tonight. A couple of assists in that first half. From his corner, trying to make it 3. It was towards Lukeba. And then they've lost it. Merlin. Great ball. There's Cherki again with that same piece of control. Second nature to him. This is what he does. Now through to Lap. Pillagine. Hinders the left wing back in this side, but has been really a lot more advanced than that. Here he is. Towards Anderson. Ball inside the France penalty area. Cherki. Beautifully weighted pass. Ekitike. Challenge from behind. Illegally by Scott, says the referee. The yellow card is out. The Bristol City man thought that he'd got enough to continue there. Let's have a look here. I don't think he can complain too much. As soon as the referee gives a foul, then it's always going to be a yellow card. That can't be complained about. And with the ball underneath his arm here is Ryan Shirky. The midfielder has a pretty good goal record at under 21 level of 12 in 22 before tonight. What does he fancy doing here? He'll have something in his mind. Only 21. The older players in the group, obviously, at this level, but he's surely going to be a mainstay in the France side for years to come. Ryan Shirky hits this one into the wall. The turn is nice by Akliouche, but he will have it back, and now offside. There are many players that France would call upon at this level. They're already with the first team, the likes of the PSG trio of Wanzai Emery, Desiré Doué and Bradley Barcola as well. Two 19-year-olds already with the senior side who were beaten by Croatia yesterday. 10 of this France side were in the Olympic squad last summer as well. They entered a men's team because of the fact that they were hosting the games in Paris. All played across the country though. Lewis. With Bellis. Forces it out to Scott. Elliott. Anderson. Philogene. Looking to come from a 2-goal deficit here. Philogene a bit too complacent on the ball. There was a foul in there, but advantage played, and it's Shirky who's got Ekitike up with him. But Ryan Shirky might not need him. Ryan Shirky! England able to stop him right at the last, but everyone inside this stadium was expecting that goal to be hit once again. Manchester United fans watching will be wondering what they're going to be facing when they come up against Lyon in the Europa League quarter-finals, which are to come on the other side of this international window. Ryan Shirky there at Ekitike square wanted to do it himself. Hit the target. It is a corner. In the script, great other play by Enzo Milo. Subs at half-time does at least mean that we continue with the same tempo and pattern to this game. Offside. Last time these two sides met was in March of 2023, a couple of years ago, almost to the day in fact. England hammering France 4-0 in a friendly back home. Emil Smith-Rowe, Noni Madueke, Curtis Jones and Jacob Ramsey all on the score sheet. Another good pass across to Ekitike, hat-trick! It's a treble, and England are in trouble. Three simple finishes for Ugo Ekitike. And again, it's that ball down the side of England that causes them so many problems. France starting to turn on the style. That simply has to be defended better there. The cross wasn't stopped, and no one picking up Ekitike at all. He said, thank you very much. Très beau. A hat-trick for Ekitike, and France have a fourth goal. Odobert it was who put it on a plate for him. Tricolor is being waved pretty proudly there, as England have an injury concern over Taylor Harwood-Bellis. I wonder whether England might just make the change here. Doesn't take any risk. Mentioned him in the first half, but Miguel Clichy there, part of the staff for Gérard Baticle. Saw him on TV here a few months ago, a very eloquent former player, considering that English isn't his first language, and very tactically minded as well. Here's the goal again. Eagle just had to spread himself and hope there, but replay more about the injury to Harwood-Bellis, who looks like may not play any further part. Certainly having to come off just the fact he's received treatment. And back underway, he's at least moving okay. France 4, England 2. It's been a happy return for Lee Carsley back to football at this level. They lost 5 of 29 games in charge so far. And none since October of 2023, when his England side were beaten in added time in Ukraine. France playing Ole football here as England prepare a substitution. Charlie Cresswell is going to come on, who plays his football in France here with Toulouse, a lot further south than here in Lorient. I'm sure now we'll be thinking about changes. Scott there with a shove in the back. Has to be careful, having been yellow carded. It's a nice pick out. Ekitike. He was a PSG player until June. Decided to go and play his football in the Bundesliga. He's already scored 8 goals in 2025. He's added another 3 to that tally tonight. What about Egan Riley? France in no real rush to do things here now, but they have really been playing with that mantra all evening. It's worked out pretty well for them. To Ekitike again, who's given far too much space to turn. Cherki. Awful little back heel there to Akliouche. Ready forward, Cherki. France playing some dazzling football here now. Stopped by the sheer mass of England bodies that were back there. get out, but it looks like there might be a problem here for McAtee, who signalled to the bench straight away that he was in trouble. He's signalling that he's got to come off here. That would be a concern, not only to Lee Carsley, but to Pep Guardiola as well, who's going to be a man light. Ekitike tries to just lift that forward to Cherki. Bukure. Agume of Sevilla. Kliush. Milo. Grant's gunning for number 5 here. Kliush just dribbling it around everyone. But Delap's on it now. He'll always hustle to win it back. McAtee's still moving forwards here, despite the fact he's signalled he's got to come off. Philogene, can he shift it left? He wants to go right. Anderson. McAtee lifts it high and it hits the post, and it's in by Delap. 4-3. Liam Delap with his 3rd under-21s goal. England are not done in this game. That ball in there, but apparently injured James McAtee really deceived the goalkeeper, Cambadio. It did look as though it was going wide and then over the top as well, but it did dip in the end. And Delap thriving. Just waiting there. He wanted it more, he got there first. Seventh goal in this game. Having not seen all of the England under-21s games in history, it must be said, has to surely be one of the most entertaining they've ever played, even if the scoreline for the moment isn't quite going as they would like. Change for England then as Cresswell comes on. Cresswell with Toulouse in the southwest of the country. Flying backwards and forwards over the course of this 2-week window. Trying to be taken here by Merla. England have won it here, and Delap has Lewis up with him. Oh, Lewis goes down, that's a penalty! Extraordinary! It's the game that keeps on giving, and England here have a chance on the spot to make it 4-4. Rico Lewis has at times struggled defensively this evening, in the right place going forward, and Matsima going through the back of him. It was a clear touch on him, it was a definite penalty. And England with 37 minutes gone in this game, trailing 3-1, now remarkably have a chance to make it 4 each. Hall of Famer Ashley Cole issuing some instructions. It's going to be Harvey Elliott from the spot. Involved with the national team in this window for the first time in a year. He scored to make it 3-2. Now has a chance to grab an 8th goal in this friendly. Harvey Elliott wearing the captain's armband now. Oh, he skied it. And it wasn't even close from the Liverpool man. And might England come back to rue that missed opportunity? change here for France, with Lucien Agoumet coming off. It's going to be Johan Lepenant to come on. He's with Nantes at the moment, on loan from Lyon. Lost his place in his club side at the weekend, and the hat-trick hero making way as well. Hugo Ekitike going off. And on his place here is the Spurs forward, Mathys Tel. And here with Delap, Elliott, Anderson. They're really going after this here. Elliott certainly found. Free kick. There will be a few interested takers of this. Lepenant, who's only just come on, giving away this set piece here to England. For Audebert. Probably won't be too impressed with that. He's certainly struggled with injuries this season. Here's the penalty again from Elliott, comfortably over the top of the bar. Well, England free kick. It's the left foot blazed even higher than Elliott's penalty a couple of minutes ago. England still have more than half a chance in this game. Quarter of it still to run. A free kick here to France. McAtee signalled ages ago that he was going to have to go off in this, but he's still striding around with no problems at all. Müller. Milo helps it on. Eased away by Cresswell. The blue sider sat in mid-table in Liga at the moment. Behind by Egan Riley. Cherki. The in-swinger. Not totally out. Anderson trying to help it on its way. By Matsima. He used to play here at Lorient in the 2022-23 season. Familiar surroundings for him tonight. Anderson not happy with that challenge on him. Most referees would blow for a free kick there. Just over 20 minutes left here at the Moustoir. Just over 15,000 here tonight for this one. quality has dropped from this game, but Doucouré hopping it on here now to Tell. Le Penant, Milo. Too much space in there to play. Lewis back to Beadle. Okay, ball out and England could be in trouble again here. Le Penant. Picked in by Doucouré, but I don't have it here with Lewis. Philogene. Just at the right side of the line. Anderson. That's a great pace. England with a quartet of subs to come on here by the looks of things. Very surprised if McAtee and Elliott remain on at this point. Perhaps the lap as well. Kieran McKenna won't want his star striker to play too much in this international window. They might have to manage him. They don't have too many natural centre forwards in the squad. Jay Stansfield withdrew from it. Attempts made to wait here at the moment. As the young Lions look to progress. Lewis, who won the penalty. Philogene. His finest ball in. Just give England a chance now to make the alterations. Branthwaite, Hinchelwood coming up. Bellingham as well. And Sam Hilling Jr. will also be introduced to give them some direct pace out wide. Hilling Jr. will probably go over and take Philogene's position on the left. So Scott goes off and Philogene, the two wing backs. Nico Lewis also off here, so Branthwaite can slot into the centre half position. Certainly missed him at times earlier this season. His 7th appearance for the 21s here. Anderson also off in the middle of the park as Bellingham takes his place. Come France looking for goal number 5. Just behind Akliouche. Lanier, Akliouche. Oh, Beadle with a safe claim. Riley. The only of the defensive three who started the game, who remains out there now. Billis going off with an injury. Billis taken off a few moments ago. England have made 5 changes now. Cresswell, Branthwaite, Bellingham, Hinchelwood and Hilling Jr. all brought on. Hilling Jr. at the bottom of your picture here, wearing the number 17. Trying to get involved, but can't get a foot on the ball yet. Hurried clearance, but it turns out to be a good ball here for Akliouche. Cherki there with him. Imagine being a two-footed player and then being as good as he is. A frightening talent. After coming in from Tel, it's another corner to France. The fifth goal here would certainly wrap things up for the French. And it's not coming yet. Müller. He's only scored once. Beadle denies him a second. Cherki. On his left side. Oh, he's found a way through. And France's star boy has given them a fifth goal, which surely wraps up the win here for Les Bleus. Found a way through Beadle. Perhaps didn't cover himself in glory there. France, who have made hard work of this game at times, surely have the win sealed now. It's Cherki with the fifth. They lead by 5 goals to 3. Cherki with his 13th goal at this level. Hudson Edouard on 17 is the man top of the charts at the moment. He's certainly catchable. Beadle initially making that save, but it was picked up here by Cherki. He just wasn't stopped by Branthwaite. He went through the legs of Beadle. And pounds the ground in frustration. And more subs being made here by England. Roger Gray coming on there. Hayden Hackney as well as Amari Hutchinson. Ian Delap has already slipped away. A withdrawal there of Wharton in midfield. Gray started in midfield for the first time for Spurs at the weekend in their defeat at Fulham. Amari Hutchinson coming in. Ethan Riley going off. He will go and sit in midfield now, the Middlesbrough man. Here's Illing Jr. Oh, his first touch-ins coming on. Junior, who had plenty of schooling out in northern Italy with Juventus, brought back to English football by Aston Villa, now with Middlesbrough on a loan deal. Hutchinson. Branthwaite. Hits the frame of the goal there as England come close again. Another scare for France as Hutchinson expresses himself for the first time since coming on off the bench. Ethan Nwaneri also on here for his under-21s debut on the day he turned 18. He was greeted by plenty of balloons when he left his hotel room this morning. Slav trying to make him feel right at home on what has been a fantastic season for him with Arsenal. Boy from Enfield scoring 6 times in the Premier League. He did actually score against France's under-17 side only last March. It's been a rapid rise for him. There's the chance for Hutchinson. He and Philogene have both hit the post in this one. France changes. Akliouche goes off. Audebert also making way, and Dylan Bakwa has come on, the Strasbourg right winger. Andy Diouf coming on as well. He plays for Lens. And this man should be given all the applause that can be generated in this stadium. Ryan Cherki. He's off, and Tieno Barry is on for his debut. He plays for Villarreal on the Spanish East Coast. We'll try and catch up with all those substitutes in a short while. A lot has happened in a short space of time there. Harry Kane adding to Miles Lewis-Skelly's goal in the first half for England as they have beaten Albania tonight by 2-0 in Thomas Tuchel's first game in charge at Wembley. And 8.5 minutes of normal time. England throw, looking to be taken by Illing Jr. Braithwaite has it now, the giant centre half. The substitute that was missed here by our French director was that of Ronnie Edwards, who has come on, who was drafted into the squad late this week. The QPR centre half, formerly of Peterborough, he's on for his debut. By my reckoning now, England have changed all 10 outfielders. Only Beadle remaining, who started the game in goal. France fans really getting excited now. They've rode their luck at times tonight, having gone behind in this game, but it surely looks like they're going to emerge victorious from it now. This game was billed by one website as the most expensively assembled squads in under-21 history. The referee reaching for his pocket here. Oh, it's a red card and England are down to 10. It looks like Amari Hutchinson here has been sent off. And the referee reached for that back pocket extremely quickly there. Did he lunge? Well, he was caught at shin height, and the studs were up there from the Ipswich man. Didn't make contact with the ball. The height he was at probably opened himself up there to punishment from the referee. He goes and apologises, but the referee saying that this will not be reviewed. Hutchinson made to walk. And presumably, albeit in a friendly, that might well rule him out of the game at West Brom on Monday. that end to what has been an entertaining evening here. Cole consoling him. England's down to 10, and the task has got even harder. Line by Lukeba. Four to go. There'll be plenty to take from this for the England staff, good and bad. And only on the field for about 7 or 8 minutes. A fleeting appearance in the Ipswich one. Official attendance here has given us a little over 15,000. They've certainly packed it out with plenty of school children here tonight as well. No longer have they had to say that they had to watch Shirky on YouTube. They have been able to see him in the flesh. We're going to see the team win as well. Cole of 107 caps in his England days. He was inducted into the FA's Hall of Fame after training finished at St George's Park on Wednesday. And they go direct. It's a fantastic piece of control. Ilin Jr. It was Hinshelwood coming from that side. Fires that in and the header wide. It was Jack Hinshelwood arriving. It's his fourth appearance for the 21s tonight. Nearly capped it with a flying header. Veering away from in the end. He might well be one of those players to start at the Hawthorns at the start of next week. Remember, tickets still available for that one there at West Brom. Come on to the FA website and you'll find a way to the ticketing options. France changes. They're going to send on Ayoub Bouhaddi here of Lille, as well as Jeremy Jacquet, who's going to come on for his debut. Enzo Milo is being taken off. Or is he? I thought he was. Just have to put that armband back on. In fact, he's going to hand it over. Milo makes way. Jeremy Jacquet coming on here as well. He was on loan at Clermont in Ligue 2 in the first half of the season. Now back with his parent club Rennes. Jacquet comes on and Doucouré goes off. 5 minutes of additional time is all we have left. England always knew they were going to be in a game here tonight. Maybe didn't expect it was going to be quite this harrowing. We hoped that England had a late comeback, thwarted really by that red card to Hutchinson. Probably taking the wind out of their sails. France, meanwhile, hoping for a number 6. And they might have it as well. Le Penant. The new captain, keeping it moving. Matsima. Afterwards, putting a foot in, but France hold on to it. They did beat England the last time the sides met here on French soil back in 2016. A couple from Moussa Dembele and Willan Cyprien scoring as well. And Watmore and Lewis Baker were the England scorers that night. Halfway through added time. Jacquet. A bit too much there, Hackley, carrying it out of play. Someone has a whistle in the crowd, but we're not quite done yet. Having watched Slovakia 0, Slovenia 0 yesterday, I've lost a little bit of love for football, but even with the result as it is here tonight, it has restored my faith a bit in the beautiful game. And again, a false whistle, the referee showing that this game is not finished. Well, by Bakwa, Eagle quickly off his line. There are 2 uncapped goalkeepers in reserve for England in this window. Tommy Simkin, who's on loan at Walsall at the moment from Stoke City, and Teddy Sharman Lowe as well. Another loanee, this time at Doncaster from Chelsea. We expect one of those will see some minutes at least in the second game against Portugal. Illing Jr. Has this game got a 9th goal? Not in this move, it hasn't. Bakwa. Diouf. 45 seconds. Diouf. Jacquet. Losing the nerve and vigour they had in their side by making all of those substitutions, but the damage had been done. Their 5th goal after 76 minutes through Ryan Shirky. And after that, never looked back. England's well beaten here in the end, but it was a great game for the most part. 8 goals, a red card and a missed penalty as well. England could have had more from this, but in the end, suffer a heavy defeat here in Brittany. He led 1-0 through James McAtee after just 90 seconds, but Merlin Ekitike twice in the first half made it 3-1. Elliott pulling one back before the break. Ekitike with his hat-trick goal 10 minutes into the second half. The Lab then scoring to make it 4-3 with a missed penalty from Harvey Elliott after Rico Lewis was fouled, costing England. Ryan Shirky grabbing a fifth goal 14 minutes from time, and Amari Hutchinson seeing red 5 minutes from the end after a high tackle in the middle of the park. Perhaps a costly night for England, who may well have suffered one or two injuries as well. A number of players suffered at least knocks in the 90 minutes. It's certainly a worthwhile workout, and certainly a demonstration to Lee Carsley. There is plenty of work to be done before the European Championship kicks off in the summer. We'll be back for coverage of our game against Portugal at the Hawthorns, the home of West Bromwich Albion, on Monday night. We're signing off here from the Moustoir tonight. The end of this quite entertaining international friendly. It has finished. France 5, England 3.